The more I search for the perfect camera, the more I realize I don't even need one. Oh, my life is a lie.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So, we are on the pinnacle, my friend. Sony a7S III, Voigtlander 21mm Tony 1.4, ND filter engaged. So we're in active stab, and I want to see what that is like, and it likely will suck, and then, oh boy, like that probably sucked for you. Then we'll switch into Catalyst Browse, because one of you gave me a trick, and it's going to be tricky. So as I search for things to buy, I wonder, like, why am I looking? Imagine me in Thailand when I started this channel looking for the perfect camera, like that's some kind of life goal. I was thinking, this Sony X3000's okay, but it would be nice to have something a little better. And now we have the DJI Pocket 3, which if I had seen that back then, I'd be like, channel over. Uh-oh. Like, I wouldn't even have gotten, that would have replaced my Panasonic G85 as well. Friggin' thing. Like, that's all I would have needed. I'd be traveling around Thailand and be like, oh, that was a short-lived channel, huh? Oh, that search is over. Is the stab okay, though, if I move this fast? It could be. It really could be. But if I actually wanted to walk, is it doable? Let's switch into Catalyst Browse and talk about the secret that one of you should have told me years ago, but you didn't. Okay, are you ready for this? Here's no active stab. Uh-oh, that's unusable. Why are you doing this to us? Boom. Catalyst Browse can do 10-bit. For the longest time, I've been rendering it because it says, like, want to render same as source? I'm like, yeah, of course. Film it, boom. But what it does is it takes my 240 megabit file to 100, 10-bit to 8-bit. It looks like 720p if it was a foot. And now there's actually a secret hidden source that doesn't even sound like 10-bit. It just says something different. I don't even remember what it was. I probably won't even be able to do it. Oh man, I'll have to search for that comment. But like, boom. So does it look better? And then if so, then Sony has the best stab in the business, and it's just a pain in the ass. It takes time to do and render, but if you do it, you're done. So as I approach my mature years, I find myself not really wanting to do this as much, like vlogging on the street, talking while I'm walking. Why the hell am I doing this? It used to be kind of fun because different things would happen along your journey. So if I'm just sitting talking to a camera at home, nothing's gonna change. Whereas like if I go downtown or something, it's like, oh, people are shouting, they're waving, like all kinds of fun things could happen. Then you get a little B-roll of people in slow motion, and it's cool. I find myself more dignified now, and I just want to go out in nature and set up a beautiful scene and go talk there, even if it's boring as hell for you. So like, if you actually removed vlogging from this whole equation that we've been trying to get the perfect camera that's good for studio but also vlogging and wildlife, if you remove the vlogging aspect, holy cow, I'd be good with like a Sony a5100, I think. Like literally anything. The goal was at least full frame, so it's like ZV-E1 would have blown my mind in Thailand, all kinds of stuff. There's zero reason to be like reaching. Okay, now we stopped open some Tonys. Tony 4, I was wide open just for the heck of it. Tony 1.4. It's better in slow motion, isn't it? Why do you need slow motion? You're the only one that needs it. Go watch a movie sometime, you piece of shit. Slow motion's the only fun thing you can do. Side rant complete. So now we're in a higher shutter. It should be more stable. No ND, I took it off. Unbelievable. I gotta be honest with you though, it's a bit of a frustrating journey that I put myself on for no reason. Because camera companies, they make photography cameras for photos. And then they add in video specs, and some of them are taking that more and more serious, but it's never gonna be to my desires, and I don't know why I even need these things. The A7S III does like 240. Do you really need slower than that? I just want to see the number increase. I'm like, wow, someone actually did it. 480. Let's see what that looks like. Then it's going to be like line skipped, moire fest, like just the worst looking image. I'm like, we have it though. And I won't even be able to make a pigeon dance. But the frustrating aspect is that no camera company seems to be improving on what they could already do way back then when it comes to slow motion, the funnest aspect of any camera. For some reason, they remove it, and it's getting tiresome to even see these releases, and I'm just like, there you go, it's worse, great, thank you. And just to see the ineptitude at play every day when I see something new released, like how does Sony not know that for vlogging, you want something pretty wide and very stable, and you had it. You already had the damn thing. Your boss, Stabe, it's like, yeah, that's the most important aspect. And then camera after camera, hot damn, that is nice. Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, I just folded my sandal over itself. It doesn't smell great, but it'll wash out. But like, how do you make the ZV-1 3 times now? ZV-1, ZV-1-2, ZV-1F, all with no stabilization in the damn thing. I think the ZV-1 had it, but it was so bad that it wasn't even funny, and it's like super crops. A baby could give you the formula for the perfect vlogging camera, and nobody wants to do it except DJI did it, and then when they do it, I'm bored and I moved on. I don't even want to vlog anymore because you suck. So as I've tested a bunch of gear over the past like couple months since Steinbeck gave us that ZF and a bunch of lenses, and I've bought a bunch for Nikon and then for Sony and testing all this stuff, and it's like, I could be very happy with this lens, Sony A7S III, and then the Canon 85 1.2 for the nature shots, maybe keeping the 20mm 1.8 for vlogging just because it's probably lighter and better than this somehow. But Voigtlander magic is upon us. And then something for wildlife. Right now, I'm not super thrilled with bringing that big Sony lens with me, but say a Z6 III with the TT Artisan 500mm. Dare you dream that one. Little monopod in your life. Then it's like 3 different areas in DJI Pocket 3 for vlogging, or Action 4 even. Point is, I don't need any of this stuff to make a fun show. The gear focus was never my message, and then somehow I got trapped in it, and it's all I think about now. And now that I've bought all this stuff and different lenses, I feel like I'm complete here. We don't need more, and I can just laugh at all the imperfect cameras to come, because they will all suck, and all the lenses will just be modern warfare. Just no pop, 2D clinical action. No thank you. So it's like, okay, just go with the vintage touch. See what Canon EF-L lenses I can acquire, because I already have the 2 best ones. Why would I need anything more than the 85mm 1.2 and that 135 Tony 2 for even more compression ridiculousness? I don't know why I've acquired so many options, like Voigtlander 58mm. Why do I have so much? I have two 85mm lenses, a 105, a 58, a 55, a 40. Like, what am I doing? That 105mm Nikkor, like, what am I doing? Why do I have all these things? You don't need them. I just wanted to see, like, what is my perfect focal length for those nature shots where I just full body vlogs and I'm just standing there picking a scene. I think 85 is probably the best, but I had to buy all the different focal lengths to know that. And now that I know it, just get rid. Also, the initial dream was to have one camera that did all this stuff, but now I'm realizing how stupid that is, just because it's so annoying to have different settings for different things. So like if I'm in a studio, I want a certain set of settings. If I'm vlogging, it's like all different, stable, 50, 600 kelvins. It's like, okay, that's very different. And there's not enough custom modes to switch between all these things and have a wildlife setup with animal eye detect and all these things. So it's like, you kind of want a dedicated wildlife cam, a tiny vlogging cam, something to shoot bicycles with your camera. You know what I wish? There should be like little guns that shoot pellets off your scooter. When someone cuts you off, you just shoot a pellet, aim it at their mirror, it's like, pow! Then you move on, you get arrested. I'm using a ring light. I've never used one. It's tiny though. Can you see the ring thing in my eye? Oh God. Is it in there? Is this flattering lighting? It looks good to me. Oh. I'll get one. There's a dog. At least I'm not a slave to a dog. Although I have no companionship. That would be nice at night. I do have a fiance, but she's no dog. I think for the most part, gear acquisition syndrome is just a drug, and it helps distract you from your life. It just gives you something to think about. So like I can spend lots of time watching reviews of cameras and lenses. What the hell was that? Don't kill my squirrel. Rude. Dogs. I said I wanted a dog. Didn't know they killed squirrels in slow motion. So I think it's just fun to have something to focus your mind on. And that's what I've done with this. And it's not like it's all for nothing. Like I get to test stuff and make videos, and it's fun for me to do. And hopefully you learn something and you know what to buy and what not to buy. Through affiliate links, of course. So it's like a fun distraction. Just, is it really the message that we need today? We need love and togetherness and just non-judgment. That's what we should be working towards, not like, what's the best tech? Bro, look at my headgear. I can live my own life in my virtual reality. What could go wrong? There's no cars in my world. Just stop down to 2.8. Take it. Take it where you need it. So, if I'm being realistic about the perfect camera search, I think DJI Pocket 3 for this type of stuff. The A7S III will likely not be beaten for a long time when it comes to just this. Vlogging, pretty stable, good autofocus on your manual focus lens, and great slow-mo. It's like, okay, that's fun. If you just want a slightly higher quality look than the Pocket 3. Decent. And then wildlife is the debate. Nikon or Fuji. It'd be funner to have Fuji, a nice light Fuji with the magic touch. Then you're good to go. What was that? I feel like she just hit the cyclist. Can you see any of that on my 21mm lens? Something happened. Work together, my friends. It's fine. She's incurious. Will she offer help? So things I'm slightly considering. A7S III is my YouTuber camera. In studio, nature shots, everything. Boom. Filming myself is Sony. Nikon, sell the ZF, get the Z6 III. Boom. Wildlife, that's my setup now for wildlife. That'll be decent. Maybe even sell my 200 to 600 Sony. Boom. And then it's like, okay, Z6 III, like I'm not losing anything, it doesn't feel like. I'm gaining only. And then maybe that TT Artisan's lens is enough. If it's not, 600mm prime, anyone? Boom. And then we have a bunch of little setups, and they're all separate and targeted at what they need to be. They don't have to reach beyond their means. It's just boom. Why do I say boom so much? It doesn't add anything to the conversation. I'll leave. That's a loud horn. Maximum tonne achieved. No, I can't see if I'm in focus or not. The peaking really doesn't show up in the sunshine, does it? That's a bitch. But I'm happy enough. And my search for the perfect camera has been dishonorable at best and unethical at worst. And it should just discontinue, but it's too fun to think about gear. And I'm very blessed to be in the situation where me buying gear benefits my life and others. And it's not like a super waste of money. If I buy a $600 lens, then we get to test it, and it benefits the world in some way. And it distracts me from my problems in life, like my forehead rash. It's fun times. How you doing? How was Catalyst Browse today? Decent? Is this stupid? No. Nothing is. I'll leave. How you doing? Subscribe for more. See you next time. After you donate Bitcoin, of course. It's tonne coin.